Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Study Abroad 101 session. Welcome. I'm here to lead you through your virtual Study Abroad 101 meeting. So before selecting a program, here are some things to start thinking about. Start thinking about the classes that you would like to take, whether it would be electives or gen eds, so any type of classes that you may need, anything for your major or minor requirements, whether you want to also add on an international language minor of Spanish, French, or German, and then along with senior design, if you choose to do that abroad. Second thing to start thinking about would be expenses. So whether the program free, so most of our programs are comparable to tech tuition, which means you pay the most expensive one. Also, all financial aid and scholarships are available to apply towards your study abroad. Any type of personal expenses, so I consider this to be food, laundry, personal travel, also your flight to and from your program location, passport, and a visa if needed. Third one would be your location. So would you rather live in a city, a more rural location? The cost of living, so it might be more expensive to live in a city rather than a rural community. Language, are you okay immersing yourself in a new language or learning a new language? Housing, would you like to live with a host family in your own independent apartment or in international residence halls? Transportation, so are you okay either taking a bike to campus, taking the train, walking? And lastly, are you ready to experience a new culture? So our first program is European Project Semester. This is for engineers who need to complete their senior design. With this program, you're able to complete your senior design in one semester compared to the 2 semesters at Tech. It is available every spring and fall in Germany, Spain, Netherlands, Norway, and Poland. Now this is normal Tech tuition, so it's no different than if you were to go to Tech, but you will be doing your senior design abroad. Here are the locations and the cities. Take note that some of these are only offered in the spring, some of them are only offered in the fall, so that is important when it comes to making your decision on your program location. Our second program would be our exchange program, so this is going to be when you're directly enrolled into the university. It's available every spring and fall in the following 7 countries, and it does cost only Michigan Tech tuition. So once again, it's the same as your normal Tech tuition, and you can apply any financial aid and scholarships that you do have. With these, the schools will be more focused depending on where it is. So like here at Tech, it's a technology school, mostly engineering. Australia, you can find more fine arts classes. In Scotland, you can find engineering because it's an engineering school. So it really depends on where you would like to go and what their focus is. But all the courses that the university offers are available to you. Our third program is our third-party program providers. So this is when you work through another program like USAC, ISA, Semester at Sea. They're offered every summer, semester, year-long, in over 150 different locations. And depending on your program, the cost will vary. So with USAC, you're going to get smaller cities and countries to get more of an immersive experience. With ISA, you're going to have a mixture between those smaller cities and bigger cities. Global Semesters is located in a Mediterranean island of Cyprus, and it's for engineering and biology students. Frontiers Abroad is more forestry type of based in the Pacific. Semester at Sea is when you sail around on a vessel around the world, visiting 3 to 4 different continents and 9 to 11 different countries. Then we have JCMU, which is our Japan Center for Michigan Universities, and there you are there to learn Japanese language and culture. Next, we have our internship. So you can also do an internship abroad. Granted, they are unpaid, but you are getting an international experience, making international connections. They're offered every summer and semester, and they're offered through ISA and USAC. Cost and housing placement will vary depending on ISA or USAC. With USAC, they have a lot of built-in internship options. So if you do choose to study abroad, you can also tack on an internship. With ISA, you can have a specific internship customized to you too. So depending on what your field is or what you're looking for, they all have options available to you. Then we have our faculty-led programs. So this is when you go abroad with Michigan Tech faculty members and students. It's offered in the summer and cost varies. With this, you will have to pay a program fee and summer tuition at Tech. If you're not familiar with how summer tuition works, it is you pay per credited hour. So if you take 3 credited hours, you pay for each of those credits along with the program fee. So far we have 5 different program options for the faculty-led. So we have Costa Rica for sustainability focus, Greece, which is for social science and fine arts, Germany for supply chain management, Lima, Peru for Spanish language and culture, and then Cumbria, England, and Dublin, Ireland for social sciences, humanities. We also have Euro Scholars, which is if you're interested in studying abroad and doing some research options. So there's 2 options if you want to study and research or just strictly do research. This is for undergraduate students who kind of excel in their field. It's a unique opportunity because sometimes here at Tech, we don't get these research opportunities that are easily accessible to us. So this would be a great way to get research and also get some abroad experience. It's offered in Belgium, Germany, Netherlands, and Switzerland, and depending on where you go and the location, the cost will vary. Now, funding, the most important part. So your financial aid does apply to study abroad. So also at Michigan Tech, we do have some scholarships available. So if you're in the College of Engineering, there's a scholarship for up to $2,000. If you choose a summer internship program through ISA, it's $1,500. And then if you choose a USAC program and are a Tech student, it's up to $1,000. All of these kind of have a same general background of an essay of how will studying abroad impact your future career goals or something along that line. So this is a really great way to try to get some extra money and funding for your study abroad without the competition of a national scholarship. Then we do have our national scholarships. So we have the Gilman, which is anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000. They do favor males and STEM students because those are the minority when it comes to studying abroad. Then we have the Bourne, which is $8,000 to $20,000. So $8,000 for a summer, $10,000 for a semester, and $20,000 for a year long. This is if you're studying a critical language. And then we have the Fund for Education Abroad. So if you show a need base for financial, it's anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000. Then we do have country-specific ones. So kind of depending on where you go, you might be eligible for different scholarships. So if you're going to New Zealand to study STEM, maybe, they might have a scholarship for that. All these scholarships for the countries, along with all the ones I just previously mentioned, are linked at our website. So you can check them out and see the specifics. And then lastly, there are program provider ones. So when you apply to your program, whether it's USAC, ISA, Semester at Sea, they will have scholarships built into the application for you. So if you write one really good essay, you can kind of tweak it and apply it to all these other ones to try to get that extra funding. So now the application process. So your first step is to meet with your academic advisor and discuss studying abroad within your academic planning. Whether you want to stay on track, maybe add a semester, go during the summer, it's important to talk with your academic advisor to make that decision and kind of see how courses will fall and when the best time to study abroad is. Then step 2 would be create your VIA TRM profile. So that's VIA TRM. You log in there with your Michigan Tech ISO and username. It's no different than if you were to log on to Canvas or Bandweb, but there's no Duo, so you will not have to push dial yourself or call yourself, which I think is a win. Then you will select your program and submit your Michigan Tech application. So once you log on to VIA TRM, you take a little online matchmaking dating quiz, which then, based on your preferences, they will match you to the programs that best fit your wants and what you want to study. From there, you will fill out the application, and you will need 2 letters of recommendation. This can be your academic advisor and maybe a professor of the classes that you're going to take abroad, whether that's language, science, math, anything like that. Some application deadlines are for the summer term, it's March 1st, for the fall term, it's April 1st, and for the spring term, it's October 15th. Next, you will select courses, so you work with Vienna, she is our study abroad specialist, to select the courses and get any courses that need to be evaluated. After you finish this course planning sheet, which is online, and we'll send you a Google spreadsheet of it, it's really easy to work, you will review your course plan with your academic advisor to make sure you're still on track and all your courses are going to fit within your academic planning. Also, an important thing to remember is study abroad courses do not affect your MTU GPA. When you go abroad, they come back as pass or fail. So as long as you get a D or a higher in that equivalent grade, you will pass the course. Step 4 is to receive Michigan's Tech approval. You will have to have a GPA requirement of a 2.75, only for EPS exchange and ENSA FAME. You will need good academic and judicial standing. So you're not on academic probation, you reach the GPA requirement for those programs. If you do choose another program and you do not meet that GPA requirement, you will still be able to apply. Next, you will get the Dean of Students approval along with your academic advisor approval. Your academic advisor should already be on board. So you should already have that approval, and the Dean of Students will look at your GPA and along with your grades and make sure and approve you're good to go. And then you will need to complete 2 semesters here at Michigan Tech. So if you're at first year, by the end of your second semester, you could study abroad that summer. Step 5 is to submit your program application. So this is separate from the Michigan Tech application. You will need to pay attention to their deadline and their application fees because they will be different from Tech's. They also might have different GPA requirements. Some might be as high as a 3, others are usually around a 2.5. And then you also need to pay attention to any housing deposits. So basically like a security deposit that you pay at an apartment or dorm. So if you keep the place in good condition, you will get your security deposit back. Step 6 is to attend a pre-departure session. So this is a study abroad 101 session. And we also have a 201 and a 301 where we'll go over more specifics of your abroad experience. So whether you need to get a visa or if you need to get a passport, how to get airfare, how to pack everything you want into 1 or 2 suitcases, how to deal with culture shock, how to deal with currency exchanges, if you need to open up a new bank account, or what to do if you get sick or if you need health insurance. So if you're kind of a little worried and you're like, I don't know if I can, or your parents might be a little like iffy about you going, these are great sessions that will give you all the information and tools you need to help you succeed. Also, if you're feeling overwhelmed from all this information from a 101, you are able to schedule a one-on-one peer advising appointment with a fellow student who has gone abroad. You can email us at studyabroad@mtu.edu and we can set that up via Zoom. And it's a great way to kind of just talk to another person and figure out the website or maybe how to apply, or like if you're confused on what you need to do, feel free to email us. And your main form of contact after you apply is going to be Vienna. She is our study abroad specialist, so you can also reach her at studyabroad@mtu.edu. Also, if you look in the bottom right-hand corner, that is our QR code for VITRM, which you can get access to your account and start perusing all the study abroad programs out there. So now it's time to take the step and dive in and start looking at programs and hopefully starting your application to go abroad.